Thank you for watching another episode of Captain Flavor Fishing. In this episode, we're gonna go over the double Davy knot. Very simple knot that's used to tie your rig and to be able to tie a lure. It's important to have the right rig to catch the big fish. Stay tuned. Hey, I'm here. And the rig that we're gonna be tying is gonna be on this sidewinder, this blueback sidewinder. Take a look at that, right to the camera. I love this lure. It can catch multiple different species, including bluefish, Spanish mackerel, and striped bass. Out in Virginia, those are the three species that often frequenting the waters that I like to fish in, whether it's Virginia Beach or the Bay. But I love this lure. But you have to tie this properly, and you also have to use a rig. So the knot that I'm going to be tying today is going to be the double Davy knot, and we're going to be doing that with this lead right here. It's trialing. So one thing about me when I'm fishing, I prefer to use fishing line and not braid. This is a personal preference. I like fishing line just better. I like just the how it's reeled up to the reel, and for casting, and just the fight that you get with the fish and the line. It stretches. You know, there's some fishermen out there that prefer braid. I don't fish with braid. I only fish with fishing line. So I'm gonna be using a Trilene 50-pound test. 50-pound test. It's pretty thick. So what this does is that this is gonna allow me to use lighter test line in my reel for further casts. So typically I like to use anywhere between 10 and 15 pound tests in my reel. So this is like, you know, it's light line fishing, but I like to have a thick line lead or rig attached to the lure, so that you know, I can reach down and grab the fish, grab it, you know, by the lead, and be able to pull the fish in. So I'm not really relying on the lighter test line. We have a 50-pound test line here, and the next thing we're gonna need is a swivel. So like when I'm gonna attach the rig to this sidewinder, blueback sidewinder, I like to put the line directly onto the tying eye of the lure. So some fishermen like to use a clip like this with a swivel and attach it, but the way I fish is that I like to put the line directly on this and then attach the other end of the line onto a swivel. All right, so what I'm going to do is, and this is what a swivel looks like right here. So swivel, get these in any bait shop, Walmart. That's what the swivel looks like. It's basically just a little bowl, and then you got the two ends where you tie the line, and it just spins continuously, keeps the line from getting twisted and tangling up. So this is what, one end of this is going to be on the lead, and the other end is going to be on the line that's coming out of my fishing rod. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this end right here. I'm going to take this end right here, and I'm going to tie this right onto the lure, just like this. All right, so the way I do my double Davy knot, I actually give it 5 twists. So some YouTube videos will show you to do 2, 3 twists. I like to do 5. It just secures the lure properly. All right, so I'm going to take it, and then very simply, I'm just going to do 5 twists. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so it should look just like that. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this end right here, the part that I'm pointing to right there, and I'm just going to put it into the opening, the bottom opening of the line, just like that. So it's going to look just like that, okay? Just like that. You're going to have a nice big loop. So once it's in that hole, it's going to go into the big hole, the big opening, just like this. All right, and then I'm grabbing the end with my finger like this. All right, and then once I'm gonna grab the end with my other hand, and so now all you have to do now is you're just gonna pull the line, and it's gonna make this perfect double Davy knot. And there is no way, and I like to push this down. You see what it looks like? I'm pushing it down like that. There is no way that this is gonna come off. This is very secure. It can hold lots of tension, and there's just no way that this knot's gonna come off. I mean, it's on there, and that's it. So to remove this is gonna need to get cut off. So I'm just gonna cut off this tip. So one of the reasons why I like to put the lure directly onto the lead line like this is because I truly believe that certain species of fish will actually pay attention to your lure. So the least objects that you can connect onto the lure, the better off you're going to be. So at the end of this lure, you see it's like a treble hook right there. It's got 3 little hooks. Basically the fish comes, grabs onto that, it's hooked, you reel them in. All right, so now that this end is tied, now we're going to work with the other end. So what we're going to do is we're going to take about roughly 2 feet of line. All right, so I'm just going to cut this off right here, and it's very easy. So before I go fishing, I want to make sure that all my rigs are set up. Now, you know, again, a shortcut, some fishermen like to put this clipped onto the lure and the other end of the lead on the swivel, but it's too many things on there. Like I like it to be as bare as possible. All right, as bare as possible, so it's directly onto the lure. So then I'm going to take the other end, I'm going to put this lure down. So now I'm working with the other end. All right, so the other end, I'm going to do the exact same kind of knot. All right, so I'm going to take it, and we got to make sure we're using just the swivel right here, just the swivel. All right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to take it, do the same thing. All right, so we're going to do 5 twists. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we have our setup right there, right? And then we're going to take the end, put it through that bottom hole right there, just like that, and then it goes into the other big end. So it's in there like that. So now you have to grab this end right here. I'm going to grab it with my other hand. All right, and then I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull it into place. Just like that. See that? That is a secured knot. And I'm going to cut the other end. All right, so here's our rig. All right, this is set up. It's like this. It's gonna go. You know, go out fishing, cast this, do a nice slow retrieval, and then ready to catch some really big species of fish. So I hope you guys paid attention to this and learned this knot. This is a very basic knot that you must know in fishing, especially fishing line. You just can't just tie any knot. It needs to be a special fishing knot like the double Davy knot, just like that. All right, stay tuned. Other videos will show how to tie fishing line directly onto a fishing hook, and you'll be able to watch that on upcoming episodes. Thanks for watching, and remember, catch the big fish and show me the pick.